Hello, happy probably not Thursday. I'm Clover Thursday and welcome back to my channel. It's been a week. I'm sorry, but things got busy. I was working on getting more video stockpiled up because I'm actually going away for the month of July, which is super exciting. And hopefully I'll be able to talk more about that next week because that'll be like the last video I'll be actually like in my country in when it goes live, and then the rest I'm off. So I'll talk more about that, but hopefully that means there'll actually be more exciting vlog videos and some art supply shopping and hauls and kind of stuff like that. So that'll be actually really fun, and I'm really excited to try and share that with you, whether I do filming while I'm on my trip or kind of do a post haul thing. But I'm really hoping to get footage while I'm away on my trip. I'm super excited about it. But anyways, we're doing another frosting with friends. It's been a while. This one is actually kind of twofold because it was my birthday last Saturday, which also is arguably one of the gayest days of the year, because that is the main part of Pride Toronto. So unfortunately I didn't get to go to Pride this year, but I have been on subsequent years, and it's always a really fun thing. But yeah, so this is twofold because my friend had made me this beautiful rainbow birthday cake. But she made me this really awesome rainbow birthday cake, and not in the conventional sense, because like I will show pictures. Like, she's an amazing baker and she always does really cool things, and I really appreciated her making me this cake. But it was kind of like rainbow colors with different colored splatters on it, and also like obviously hinted to the fact that I am an artist. So I thought, why not personify my birthday cake? No, it actually wasn't birthday cake flavored, air quotations, which birthday cake isn't even really a flavor. It's just vanilla cake with sprinkles. I'm like, oh, that's not fun. So this is my interpretation of birthday cake. Look at all the layers of meaning. But anyways, to the drawing, as you saw, I started off with a pencil sketch. I actually showed that I did have a couple of thumbnails I had just to let you know that I don't get it all in one go, as actually you probably can clearly see the amount of like erasing and stuff I do in this video and other videos. But yeah, I picked the thumbnail. Because it was a thumbnail, I actually did go back with the blue and sketch out more details I wanted before committing with the inking. Kicking myself on those braids. I remember growing up and I always had braids in before I committed to this butch haircut. But still, sometimes I have braids, so. But yeah, I used to have like really long box braids a lot of the time, and I remember in art class we had to do self-portraits, and my teacher, I was just like, can I pick a picture that doesn't have braids? And my teacher's like, nah. You'll only become a better drawer. And maybe she was half right. It's still a pain. It still takes a while. Anyways, I'm just inking things up. The character was really fun to draw, and I'm about now finally getting to the background. I'm not sure if she's really sitting on a cake or if it's just a platform, but I had some plans. And it's funny because I don't come back to kind of finishing that background until the very end, so I'm gonna apologize that there's gonna be just those big black friggin' squares there for a little while. Apologies. But yeah, so I guess in a sense this is kind of a double duty. This is kind of a frosting with friends, little birthday thing, and a bit of a pride thing. I am very kind of passionate about that community. I wanted to do something for Pride, but life got the better of me. So I hope this kind of twofold is okay, because and just yeah. Hope that's all right. Don't worry, I draw a bunch of gay shit, queer shit all throughout this year, so not limiting it to a single month. And here I'm actually just flatting it. I'm gonna be real, like I like almost didn't even post this. Like halfway through this, I was like, this is garbage. Like I can't, like this is taking too long. This has been an uphill battle with the flatting and whatnot, and like I'm not feeling it. But it just goes to show you that you can't look at a work half done and make your decision. Like you gotta put it to some degree of finish before you can make an assessment of whether, you know, it's worth saving. I mean, I guess in a sense, like evaluate as you go in each step. Like if something's weird in the sketch phase, like try and fix it then. But I think it wasn't fair to this piece to be like getting to this point and being like, this is terrible. I'm gonna scrap this video. Like, so that's my advice. Your drawings are going to look really weird until they don't look weird. And like it sounds like mumbo jumbo, but I swear, like the amount of artists I've talked to, it's like that's just how it goes. It's just gonna look weird until it's done. But yeah, I was hoping to put so much color on this drawing, like, and I did. So I wanted to keep her outfit kind of calmer, just because there was just gonna be so much color on her. So now I'm kind of starting on coloring the face, which is kind of one of my favorite things, and I probably should have waited just because, again, it's one of my favorite things to do. And it's just basic shading. I guess it's funny, I've been seeing online a lot about, you know, how does one color dark skin tones? And I don't want to brag, but I have been told from my art school professors that I do have a knack for drawing and coloring and interpreting dark skin. And like that's not even because I am a dark skin individual. Like it can be even, I've definitely heard of like people of color who are artists and they're just like, I have troubles like capturing like my skin tone, and that kind of, it sucks. So I don't know if there's ever, maybe that could be a cool future video of just like, you know, maybe a quick little tutorial or something, or tips on how to draw dark skin. Because I've said this so many times in so many videos, and I will continue to say it, that like as an artist, it's good to be able to depict different kinds of people, you know? Able to depict young, old, very masculine, very feminine, people who are in between, people who are not at all, different skin tones, different colors, different body shapes, different angles, different poses, different outfits, just different, even different styles sometimes. Like, I think it's very good to be flexible and able to give representation to things. I think it's just a good thing to be able to draw different kinds of people. It more accurately depicts our world, and that's always good. Always good to stay on the up and up. But yeah, I wanted super colorful braids. Like I was just like, when I was planning this, I was like, oh, she's gonna have like different colors braided in. If you think about it, it doesn't make sense because like really how many strands are braided into the blonde that gives those crazy colors. But anyways, I still want that hair. I want that hair so bad. So now it's adding in all of the sheer amount of color that's around. And as you notice, I pulled up the pride flag because I know it's rainbow, but sometimes I just needed a reference and a base just to be able to have and then tweak my colors accordingly. Honestly, the splatters are really fun. Like I know there's brushes and stuff, but it didn't have kind of the chunky, almost cartoony splats I wanted. So I just painted them myself. I did kind of sometimes go back and use like the splatter brush or something to get those really small things and add a little bit of interest, but really I was just painting it myself and it was so fun, kind of relaxing too. And then those presents. probably could have wrapped those a little nicer. And because she's wearing a white shirt, I mean, I just didn't want to put gray on it. Like there's way too much color in this. So I find with white clothing, just depending on it has its own warm and cool bias. So like if you want something to look really crisp and white, you would just kind of shade it with a paler blue. If you wanted it to be kind of a warmer white, maybe on the creamier side, maybe like a very light yellow. I say that with an asterisk because it's hard to not make that look like sweat stains or whatever. This one I decided to go with a kind of lavender purple because I knew the background was going to have that kind of purpley bias, so I kind of wanted, like, it made sense for the white to have a purple shade and undertone to it. And then I went back to do the eyes because I wasn't sure what I was going to do about them. I mean, eyes aren't completely white, and I didn't want to make them white, even though I did have some really white things. They would just be a lot of, especially on darker skin, that's also a thing of, like, having really bright scleras, which is the white of the eye, can sometimes, like, be so much contrast, which happens in real life, but, you know, just for artistic license, I made her scleras a little darker, a little bit more receding, so they kind of blended in more with the face, and they just weren't like these big, like, but I did go back and brighten them up a little bit and work with that more. And now, actually, this is one of my favorite parts, most satisfying, was shading the hair, because I think it just brought it all together and made the inking on the braids look a little janky. They added some order and form to them and made them look pretty cool. And now I'm figuring out what I want to do with the box. I guess I decided to go with the drippy thing. I thought maybe it's gonna be a present. I don't know, maybe it still is a present, but yeah. There's some parts I was really still figuring out as I went along. I definitely did know I wanted her to have some paint splatter, but in a sense I didn't want her to have so much, because I actually felt like the sparsity helped her pop out from everything that was going on. So that's sort of what I did, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Actually, yeah, you know what I realized? My friend who made this cake, she's amazing. She also has a blog. She's a writer, a published author now, and I actually art directed and helped design her book cover. So if you are someone who enjoys, like, book reviews and just funny book geek stuff and writing and whatnot, I'll leave a link down to her Instagram or her blog. I'm a bad friend, but I can link that down below and you can have a look. She also does, like, party planning and stuff and ideas for that. She runs, like, legendary murder mystery parties in our friend group. Like, it is a production and I love it. So she's got really cool DIYs and tips about that. So I'll actually put her information down in the box below. Plug. I love my friends and I will plug them to the ends of the earth. And then in my original sketch, I did have presents in the background. I mean, I did, and I hated how those boxes look, so I just I'm just gonna draw those in real quick. And I think having those background presents actually really added a sense of space and finish to this drawing. But that is the end of it. I actually loved how it turned out. At first I didn't, halfway through, but that just goes to show you that you have to finish things. But congrats on making it to the end of the video. This is the final of Rainbow Pride birthday cake. And if you like this video, give it a like. Leave in the comments below of how you spent your June. I know a lot of June babies out there. So were you celebrating your birthday? Were you, taking part in some Pride festivities? Or, you were just baking in the summer heat or wishing it would arrive like we did, like here in Canada for some of June. But if you like my content, you can subscribe and hit that bell to be informed that every Thursday, I swear it's usually every Thursday, there will be a new video. I will leave links down to Maddie's blog, the wonderful human being who made my cake, and all my links, shop, Instagram, will be down below for you to support and or stock. I will also leave a link somewhere to the rest of the Frosting and Friends playlist, where I turn delicious desserts into delicious people. Take care, guys. I will see you next week, I promise. Take care. Bye.